Someone asks a question, do you believe in these miracles? How do you open blind eyes? How can a layman start walking? What is the source of your strength? Change your life. God is still changing lives. My God is still changing lives. He's still around doing good. He is the source of my strength. My God is still changing lives.
Thank you very much. Let me say it here that women empowerment is one of the topmost agenda in my heart. I've empowered more than 3,000 women since inception in 2015, 21st September. Why am I doing this? Because I realized that when a woman has something doing, the family will function very well and she'll be able to take care of her children. So I decided to go into empowerment of women in different areas. There are some that acquire skills, vocational skills, like tailoring, hairdressing. There are some that goes into farming, trading. Those ones, you give them some grants to take off with. So far, so good. I can say that we've recorded positive results from this empowerment, and women are beginning to do something with their hands better than what it used to be before. We have gone far by the grace of God. For instance, Girls Uphold Your Dignity campaign for against teenage pregnancy.
Exactly.
FEYReP has gone to more than 18 local governments so far, talking to girls in schools, teaching them what they ought to know. We have talked to girls in rural areas. So we've actually gone far, and we still intend to do more when school resumes this session. We've had several interventions. We've had so many medical outreaches in the rural areas where thousands of people that would never be able to pay for those services were catered for. We've partnered with MTN Foundation, where we had thousands of people that benefited from that program. So many of them had eye surgery free of charge. There are so many, not to talk of those ones that will go to FEYReP's office with different diseases, different sicknesses, all manner of sicknesses that I've never seen in my life before. And we've taken care of all that without making noise. So in the area of medical intervention, God has used us to bless and to help the poor in the society. And in the case of multiple birth parents, FEYReP just there to support them. I'm sure if you take a walk to FEYReP's office now and they bring out register, you will see the number of people that have registered so far. Now, I think it's the norm now in Akwa Ibom State. Anybody that has twins, they will tell the person, go to FEYReP. And the person will run to FEYReP and register. All we do there is to support them, because I know it is not easy to raise one child, not to talk of raising 2 children at a time. Menace of gender-based violence is a cause for concern to everyone, not only to FEYReP, just as you rightly said. But we are fighting it seriously. What we are doing now, first of all, we start with sensitization to women that are being violated, to girls, people that are being abused. What are you supposed to do? What are those danger signs you should look up to in case it happens? We are talking to women to have something doing so that they will not stay in abuse home because they are incapacitated. They cannot take care of themselves. So we start from there. Then we are, let me take the cases of rape. Is on the increase nowadays. And why it's so worrisome is because the people they are defiling, let me not even use abuse, defiling our babies, toddlers, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Those are the age range we are seeing these days. And by the grace of God, through the sensitization we've been carrying out, people are reporting these cases. And the culprits are being prosecuted. That is the good thing about it. It is so bad that it's not only here in Akwa Ibom State that wives of governors, we came together, we issue a communique. Because just as you said, if you don't do something now, the future of these children are not guaranteed in the hands of these monsters. It's not all men. I want to believe that those people that practice this, they are monsters. What we intend to do now is we don't want to hide these people anymore. Before now, when they are caught, they take them to court, they prosecute them. We would like to showcase them to the world so that other people will learn from it. We will showcase them. You people will help us publicize, public their names, show them on telly, tell where they come from, tell the world what they have done. We are not going to hide them anymore. The menace is getting out of hand. If you happen to see one of the victims, you will cry. So I strongly oppose to this act. And I want to use this medium to plead with people that are practicing these hideous activities. Please stop, because you will put behind bars and nobody will rescue you.
Okay, ma. Sorry, as a follow-up to that, we learned that you established GBV Center.
I'm coming to that. Still on gender-based violence, we've partnered with the UNFPA, United Nations Population Fund. They are also passionate about this case. So they came here, we established Gender-Based Violence Center. What is that center supposed to do? To cater for abused people, women, girls, boys. When we talk about gender-based now, it's not only girls. Anybody that is abused and does not have where to stay, we cater temporary for that person in our center until we can sort the person out. That is what FEYReP is also doing, partnering with UNFPA to provide these temporary apartments for people that are abused. FEYReP is not only for women. as the name implies, Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Park Initiative. When we talk of family, family comprises of man and woman and children. So I decided to start with girls and women because they are the most vulnerable in the society. As you rightly say, some weeks back, some months back, we launched a program for Bright Future for Responsible Boys. We've done Girls Uphold Your Dignity, now Bright Future for Responsible Boys. Why are we doing this? Because I've heard so many stories about young boys going into drugs, joining cults in school, doing all sorts of things. Not only hearing, when you go to Plaza, you see them. FEYReP tries to pick these children, some of them, to our home, that you discover that they will still run out and go back to the streets. So if we are preparing our girls to be better girls in the future, then neglect the boys. In as much as we are working with our girls, we are also grooming our boys to become responsible so that there will be a balance. Yeah, Divine Children's Home is a home where I have almost 200 children, and they are all going to school. This term, beginning on Monday, I'm going to send about 80 something of them back to school. They are all boarders. All the girls are in CCC. Then the boys are in, some are in Udom, some are in commercial secondary school at Carfort. Why are we doing this? We want to give them opportunity that they never had. And we do all we can to make sure that they are comfortable. On Sunday, I'll be sending them back to school. If you come to Divine Home, you'll be amazed by what you will see, how we send them home. I'm sure so many parents don't do that to their children. But we are trying to encourage them so they don't feel bad, oh, because my parents are not here, because I don't have parents. We try to make them comfortable. Those are the ones going to secondary school. I am proud to say that this session, I have more than 10 of them entering university. More than 10. I'm also proud to say that I have a lawyer, one that just came back from law school, from Divine Home. I also have existing ones that are already in school, up to 10 of them. Ibom State University, Polytechnic, School of Nursing, College of Education. I'm happy to do all this because by the time they come out, these were children that were forsaken. Some are not really orphans. Their parents are there. Then we can't even trace them again because they were in the home when they were young. They were thrown out of the house for God knows reason. I don't know. But today, those children are coming up. They are very, very talented. If we have programs there and they come to display, you will be impressed. These children are talented. So that's what we are doing in Divine Home in terms of education. Thank you. The God that started it will make a way for me to sustain it. Right now, as I always said, we are not depending on government. There are people that sponsor us. We reach out to people, people contribute. So when I'm done with government in 2023, by the grace of God, I'll still continue. I'm sure those people that have been sponsoring and other people that will come up to sponsor will like to sponsor. Shelter of Hope is for those people that would never in their lifetime had anywhere to live. And we don't do it based on this person knows this person. We move around. For instance, the last one that we just did, the woman at Ikotikbene Road, the woman that was tagged as a mad woman. Actually, she is not mad. It was depression because of the situation and circumstances she found herself. They thought she is mad. That kind of a person, if you go to Ikotepere Road now, you will see her. She's now okay. So when I see cases like that, it's difficult to close my eyes and leave the person. And I look at myself where I'm sleeping, where my children are. Then somebody out there, I'll do everything possible to help. And thank God for our sponsors. So many people sponsor me also, FEYReP. So I'm not doing it all alone. By the grace of God, 2023, after 2023, FEYReP will continue. We have a very beautiful office in Ewet's housing, and it has come to stay. So we will continue by the grace of God. Yeah, I've been visiting prison. I've not really seen children. I've been asking that same question. I don't think they really have children in there. What I've done for prison, especially that of Uyo here, when I visited, I noticed that they didn't have a kitchen. Where they were cooking was an eyesore. So FEYReP decided to put up a kitchen there. They also requested for some equipment for training for the inmates. That's, I know I did for them. But in the aspect of children, I've been asking, they've never showed me this is where children are, except where we have a correctional home. We don't call that children, remand home. That is, you put children that are not up to 18. We have them there, which FEYReP is also taking care of. And these children are trained in vocation. They are into different vocations. At the end of their tenure, when they finish serving their tenure, their term, we give them something to go back and start with. Some of them, of course, their parents are alive. Those ones, not that they don't have parents. So what we do is we train them while they are there, so that at the end of the day, when they go out, they won't be idle. That's for correctional home.
And then leprosy hospital.
Leprosy hospital, that's another place that if you go to that place, you cry before now. But I think as of today, just take a walk to leprosy hospital now. That place is befitting for human beings to live. You know, in our society, lepers are outcasts. But I'm telling the people of Akwa Ibom, those people are healed. Any assistance that can be given to them should be done with immediate effect. Government cannot do it alone. FEYReP cannot do it alone. As we speak, every month, I feed those people, each and every one of them. Give them their monthly stipends to take care of themselves. Since some of them, their hands are not there, they can't really do anything. So the only way to sustain them is to make sure that they have food every month and their accommodation. The place is now, just take a walk there. Let me not tell you everything. You will see for yourself. So leprosy hospital, the inmates there are okay. Let us not stigmatize these people anymore. They are healed. Gari factory. I think we launched that 2 years ago. Gari processing factory. We have them in Ibiono, have them in Ini. Now we have in Obiokpa, Ulukanam, as FEYReP. The essence of that was to bring down the price of Gari in Akwa Ibom State, which you are aware that the price of Gari has actually come down from what it used to be. I made that available because some farmers, they were actually going to planting of these crops, but they don't have a way of processing it. The same thing with fish in Udom and Mbo. Those people, if you go to their processing sites before now, it's not acceptable because the environment was not conducive. How they dried their fish was not also conducive. So I had to set up that fish can for them so that when they process their fish, it can meet the standard that they can even export. The same thing with oil palm processing. It's a very tedious job to process oil palm. But with these factories, it has made it much easier for them to process without much stress, especially women. When they're involved in processing, you will see how a 20-year-old girl will look like a 50-year-old woman because of the work being so tedious and stressful. But with this factory and with the facilities we have now, they can actually process their palm oil without any stress. Just carry your thing to the factory, sit down, the people that will process it, you take your oil and go. Some of those children you see on the street are not orphans. That's one thing I want to clarify here. Most of them are not orphans. I want to use this opportunity to talk to parents, stepmothers, stepfathers. If you are listening to me, please take care of these children, even if you are not their biological mother or father. Most of those children are driven away from home, probably because of maltreatment from their stepmothers. So we have done a lot, as you rightly said, we have been picking them. But if parents don't take up their responsibility, how long will we continue to do this? So I am throwing it back to parents. Even if that girl is your house girl, take care of that child, because you don't know what that child will become tomorrow. That's why you are having so many of them on the streets, because they are not well taken care of. They are maltreated, and for them to find succor somewhere, they'll just run out of the house. I told you earlier on that there are some that we pick to the home because they are used to the lifestyle, free lifestyle on the street. They will jump fence and go back to where they were before. So a lot of work has to be done. We have to talk to parents, mothers, stepmothers, fathers, stepfathers, aunts, uncles, wherever. Whoever is in charge of any child should take care of that child. FEYReP or government can never do this alone.
Okay, the widows and the elderly.
The widows, yeah, that one is a routine. It's a routine program for me to take care of widows. That one is a routine program. Elderly also, most times they are neglected, even their own children. So what we do to just give them sense of belonging, to bring life back to them, is to gather them, have a party with them, buy them things, give them money, give them food, give them clothes for them to take back. It's a yearly event, but all of us are going to do that. If I take one, if I take 10, each and every one of us can take one. As I said before, I cannot do it alone. That's why I'm calling on parents. When Women Affairs, when we get these children, we find out where they come from. Then you look for their parents and return these children to their parents. They cannot leave their responsibility for government. It's not government that gave birth to those children. So as I said, I'm saying it again, let parents be responsible. Matter Pregnant Care is another successful program that we've had in Akwa Ibom State. Before now, so many women in this state, rural women in particular, when they are pregnant, were not going to hospital. They never attended any antenatal class for fear of, I don't even know. So why are we doing pregnant care is to call these women out, bring in health instructors, nurses, doctors. They'll speak to them, teach them all that they need to know, why they should go to hospital when they are pregnant. We give them a lot of teachings. And we do this quarterly. And by the grace of God, it's yielding results. Women are so afraid of having cesarean operation. I don't know why. But we try to disabuse their minds towards this. And by the grace of God, they are complying. If you go to health centers now in different local government, you see that so many pregnant women are registering. Some of them, I don't know what they think when they are pregnant. You'll be surprised that at month 9, a woman that is going to give birth is not yet ready. Will not have one thing ready for the baby that is coming. So all of this, we teach them, start when you are pregnant, day 1. Thank God, God gave us time to plan for the baby. Start from day 1 to put things together, so that when the time comes for you to deliver, the nurses will not be running around looking for just napkin or cloth to wrap a baby. It is that bad. But with the teachings we are giving them through the pregnant care program, I believe it's yielding results. Women are getting prepared when they are pregnant. More so, no woman wants to be abandoned in the hospital by their husbands, because it do happen. When we enter hospital, when we go on visitations, they will take me to abandoned ward. Call that ward abandoned wards. Then you will see so many women that have been abandoned by their husbands because they can't pay their hospital bills. So we teach women how to prepare themselves in order to avoid this, apart from the health aspect of it. They are not left out. They are not left out at all. In fact, on Tuesday, I have a program with them again. Physically challenged are not left out. I'm also dealing with them to tell them that disability does not mean you cannot do anything. Just to take them off begging. They are not left out. On Tuesday, by the grace of God, we're going to empower more than 400 of them to go out there and find something useful doing for themselves. Are they not a Ibomite? Irrespective of where somebody stays, staying in Abuja does not mean all is well. They are my people also. They voted for us also. So whatever we are doing here to help our people here should be extended to people in diaspora.